As I'm sure you guys have seen by now, the CSGO market has gone through a pretty crazy time period recently, with peaks in price unlike we've ever seen before in such a short period in time, and a correction resulting in up to 50% price drops in certain items in just 24 hours time. It brings the question, is this market crash even over, or do we still have room to drop? Is now a good time to even buy, or should you hold your money? Well, in today's video, we're going to cover all of that. But as always, before we get into it, same as always, I'm going to be giving away some cases and RMR stickers too. So be sure to be subscribed to channel number 1, leave a like on this video, and comment your Steam username with your trade link somewhere on your profile for a chance to win. And as per usual, let's quickly go over our sponsor, LootBear. LootBear is a site where you can rent CSGO skins up to $1,200 worth for as low as $15 a month. I'm renting an $1,100 M9 Marble Fade right now, and honestly, it's the best way out there to try out insane play skins without breaking your bank, and that link will be in the description to give you a completely free 2-week trial, so if you don't like it or don't want to pay for it, you can always cancel before that trial ends. But with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Okay, so first, let's take a look at the Butterfly Fade. It's a knife that's gone up an absurd amount in the past 6 months, as you could see by this trend on Buff, and just went through a huge correction. But is this correction over? Well, the good news is that for a skin like this, in the past week at least, it seems like the worst of the correction has gone through already, and that the prices have flattened out for now. The price has completely stabilized, at least compared to what it was doing just a few weeks ago, or last week even, but is it going to continue to sit flat, reach the all-time high again, or dip even lower? Well, if we take a closer look at the price trend in the past 6 months, we can find 3 key points. First of all, in late February to early March of this year, the initial increase in price as breakout cases got more and more expensive and more people wanted to buy butterfly knives, these things really started taking off. But it wasn't until May where all CSGO skins had a huge push in price and saw price spikes that were too unrealistic to maintain. At the beginning, when they started going up in late February, sure, it was an increase that was kind of a lot, but they were still going up slowly. Once we got to times that started at pretty much the beginning of this summer, it started going up like 10-15% on some days. It was just absolutely absurd and impossible to maintain in my eyes. It's where all this summer hype began for pretty much all skins. I mean, from its point in February, this knife had doubled in price, so we wouldn't be able to maintain this price either way. Now we're seeing it at around $1,500, pretty much exactly where it was before the summer hype began. So in my eyes, I'd say for a skin like this, it's been through the market crash and really shouldn't dip any lower. It's at the same point it was at the start of the market hype before the whole thing really started, just a few days before, and now has corrected back down to that same exact point. So unless you believe it's going to dip back to prices from like 5 months ago when it initially started increasing, we should be fine. At least I don't think it really has that much room to drop anymore and is at a fairly reasonable price. $1,500 is still of course expensive, but compared to where it was before the whole summer hype started, it makes sense for it to be at this price. And the great news is this trend is really similar across all operation skins as well, and just old rarer skins. We'll just start by looking at the Opgungnir because, I mean, that skin's pretty cool, why not? But same as the butterfly knife and same as all the other operation skins, this thing shows the same exact correction, back to the exact spot before the summer hype began at least. So as I've said before, if you're still a believer in skins like this that seem to be exclusive to operations and won't be reused in the future, buying after a spike like this is a great point to buy at in my eyes, as it shows just how much people are willing to pay for these skins. So imagine what prices we're going to see if a new operation drops and doesn't reuse these old collection skins. Then, unlike this time where it was merely based around hype, which I mean hype isn't really based around anything, so it really wasn't based around anything, it just spiked up in price. If a new operation comes around and people realize the skin is even more limited, that's more and more time passing where skins like this are just getting rarer and more collectors and investors are picking them up, and then hopefully we'll start to see a more natural increase in price and not a huge spike like this. But I'll cover later what to do if another huge spike like this happens that just seems completely unmaintainable, and if another spike like this happens, it's gonna crash in price. Going up like 15-20% in a day consistently is just simply not possible to manage, and eventually you're going to see a correction like we saw this time around. But does all of this mean that these operation skins are going to continue their consistent upwards trend soon? I mean, they're flat in price now, but surely they have to start going up again eventually, right? Well, although based on past trends, it does seem very possible. Let's look at the Glock Fade, for instance, a skin that has seen huge spikes like this before. Just a year ago, in fact, around the same time period, it went through a huge spike, and after it finished correcting off this huge price spike that was not possible to sustain, it's at pretty much completely flat for a few months until it reached this spike, and now we're seeing a really similar trend. So if this trend from the past is accurate and we're seeing the same exact thing happen again, which I think so far it's proving true, I think now is still a good time to buy in on these skins. As I've been saying ever since it happened, like when the crash was over a week ago or so, honestly, it doesn't seem like there's going to be a rush. You don't have to buy at this very second. You aren't going to miss the train if you wait till the end of the month to get your paycheck or whatever, or just money to buy these skins. But if you find a good deal especially and are patient enough to wait until either the fall, after the summer when prices should actually start increasing consistently again, or until the next operation where hopefully we see another big spike because a new collection or many new collections are released, you're good. You just got to be patient, but don't expect these skins to just randomly double in price in the next few weeks or something. It really wouldn't make sense after a huge spike like this. I think we're now starting to see everything calm down and sit flat in price for a while until something major happens. Pretty much in my eyes, that's probably going to be a new operation when all these old skins are going to spike up again, and not actually, if the major comes around, it might honestly cause a decrease in price in some of these skins, as a lot of people are going to want to sell. But that's going to be for lower tier stuff, so people could spend it to buy, I guess, the major pass and capsules and stuff like that. So if you do have high tier skins when the major comes around, I don't think it's really going to have any drastic effect on them, thankfully. But as always, quick disclaimer, all of this is just my own opinion when it comes to investing, paired with my knowledge on this market and past trends of it. But as always, Valve can always throw us a curveball, so nothing is guaranteed profit at all. But if you pay attention to past trends and manage your risk properly, you lower your risk by a lot and have a much better chance at profit. So always be sure to keep that in mind and manage your risk and take your time when it comes to investing. But besides all that, as for now, I think that is going to wrap it up for this video. So be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment to be part of that giveaway once again. And feel free to check out some of my other videos if you did enjoy this one and want to learn more about the CSGO investing scene and skins. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.